The unintentional release of harmful chemicals or chemical emergencies happens every other day in the U.S., according to a database from the Coalition to Prevent Chemical Disasters, or CPCD. And a new study from the Environmental Defense Fund found that these emergencies are disproportionately affecting Latino communities at the fence line. So what happens when it happens? Houston's Office of Emergency Management Chief Communications Officer Brent Taylor says,
initially, the first responders being the fire or the police department, they'll be the ones to make that first assessment. And if they determine that the impact is going to be larger than what their response tactics can handle, that's when OEM gets tapped in.
If OEM responds, it could vary from road closures to emergency alert notifications or even shelter-in-place orders. Taylor recommends that everyone living near a chemical facility has an emergency plan and opts into their city's emergency alert notification system. However, there are still parts of the population that might not receive these notifications due to language barriers or device incompatibility. Additionally, response processes and incident details are not easily accessible to the public. Nonprofit organizations like Texas Environmental Justice Advocacy Services, or TEJAS, step in to fill those gaps from Manchester, a Houston Ship Channel community where 70% of the population speaks Spanish. TEJAS shares their process for gathering information for the database and creating awareness.
The first thing is always going to be verification, because we might see, we might hear, we might get a report, and now the second step is to verify. We may go out there, we may need to talk to someone at the local level.
We go out, we take these pictures, we post these videos, and when we post them, we make sure that they're also translated so that people who come and visit our page, they understand what's going on.
It's not our responsibility. It definitely is the state, the county, and the city's responsibility, and even the industry itself. But we have found out, and this is just common knowledge. It's not just that we're experts. Accidents do happen. And sometimes when an accident happens, the sirens are not working for some reason.
So why might these sirens not be working? Last year, the state had 49 chemical disasters, more than any other state, and 26 of them were in the greater Houston area. Texas also has more chemical facilities than any other state at 1,558. Its government is also known to often challenge the roles and rules of the EPA, which can result in weaker regulation enforcement.
We do pay a price every time there's an incident, whether it's reported or not, because of they're self-reporting. Our industries are self-reporting, and they're not gonna tell on themselves. And it is an economic issue. It's a bread and butter issue, and anything that happens here is going to affect the rest of the nation.
TEJAS has routinely reached out to legislative officials asking for stronger regulations or more transparency, but have often been left without reply. The EPA proposed new amendments to the risk management plans for the chemical facilities to be voted on by the end of last year, but it still hasn't happened. If you'd like more information, please read our article on ehn.org.